And welcome to another edition of Doer TV. I've got Brad Stevens today from the Vice President of Signature, and we're going to be talking
Hi,
about
Patrick.
back office solutions. Thank you so much, Brad. You have the floor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to introduce Signature and our back office employer of record solutions to you today. This program is designed specifically to help support independent recruiters and staffing firms as they place people out on assignment at their clients' locations. Um, if you can see the PowerPoint in front of you, the nature of today's workforce, which has been for years constantly changing, which forces companies to constantly shift how they staff their business. I've been in the staffing industry somewhere between 25 and 30 years, and for several years, Signature was actually my back office when I was running under Level C Solutions. So the key is I know it works, and it's a very effective tool to build your business differently than you may traditionally be thinking. So, for example, if you are in a mode where you help your clients by recruiting either for interim management, temp-to-hire candidates, contract consultants, or if they've got a peak period where they need seasonal staffing or short-term temporary needs, then Signature's back office might be very conducive for you. A couple of the key points of interest that as you grow your business, and we would work well anything from a startup to roughly about 3 to 5 million in revenues, or somebody that wants to expand to a different state than they're currently in. So for example, we provide payroll processing, payroll funding, all the insurance coverages associated with putting people out on any kind of assignments, whether it's white collar, gray collar, or blue collar, and then also handle all billing and collections on behalf of our client firms. And then the key is we literally take full liability as the employer of record for anybody that's out on any of those kind of interim assignments, whether it's temp to hire, interim management, or anything like that. Typically, we don't fit where it says the regular core employees, that's the regular staff that's part of your staff, versus people that are placed out on assignments. And in that, we'll help manage the risk of the employee relationship as it relates to being the employer of record. So any workers' comp claims, any unemployment claims, any legal issues fall to Signature. And in that manner, we literally firewall the recruiting firms or the staffing firms from any of those liabilities and risks associated with the employees out on assignment. We currently support clients in 22 states, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. And so think of it as example, let's say as we're based in the Dallas area, if a firm is based here in Dallas and all of a sudden one of their clients has a need out in California, we could be the employer of record and back office just for the California opportunity, if that's appropriate, or for the entire staffing firm, either way. And in that, that would allow a firm that's based here in Dallas to add on that revenue in that business, take care of their client need, and not open the door to competitors in a manner that's conducive to keeping their client relationship, picking up additional revenue, and taking care of their client needs. When you step back, most anybody that gets into the staffing and recruiting industry typically gets into it because they enjoy taking care of their clients, they enjoy the customer service, they enjoy evaluating candidates and matching them up to the client's needs. And I don't know of anybody that's ever gotten into the business because they enjoy doing payroll and managing claims or handling all the compliance issues or I-9. So that's where Signature steps in. We literally handle what I call all the clutter of the business, so that the firms we support can focus all of their efforts and resources towards growing the business and take care of their clients and taking care of their candidates. That's really where we fit best. And in that manner, we built into our structure where we can we assume all liability for the employee. We've got unlimited payroll funding. So if you can see this particular slide, let's say as you grow and you start to have 50 to 60 to 70 people out on assignment, and all of a sudden one of your clients wants you to staff 30 positions, the good news is you've got an opportunity to staff 30 positions, and if you know you can go find that group, the second part that typically you have to do is figure out how to finance the payroll. As people go out on assignment, as they like to get paid every week, most times clients don't ever pay their bills every week. So it doesn't take long for cash to go out the window, and you really have to have a good relationship with your bank or financing partner to accommodate that type of growth. And for those of you who may be in the industry and have engaged with a factoring company, we may be a very good alternative for you to consider. Not only do we perform all the functions, but in our process, a couple of the key parts is that as we pay the employee and invoice the clients, we channel 100% of your gross margin dollars back to you each week. So as everybody gets paid, you get paid, and then we collect our fees in that as we collect the invoices from the client billings. Another key point of interest is we don't put any UCC liens against the recruiting firm or the staffing firm, which frees up the owners of those firms to still maintain their normal banking relationships for any operating loans they need to get and things of that nature. So it's a turnkey solution. It's very flexible. There's no long-term commitments. There's no minimum usage fees. And our goal, quite frankly, is to help you grow your business. It's a very straightforward. Our fees, Signature's fees, are tied to the payroll versus the invoice. So the net effect of that structure allows the firms that are handling the recruiting to know the cost of the individual that's placed out on assignment in one of these interim positions in a manner that once you know your cost and you know you're not going to get blindsided by any additional unforeseen or unexpected expenses, then you can plan your bill rate accordingly in a very conducive manner to helping you build a business effectively. As part of our relationship with you, and think of it this way, as we become the employer of record and we become your strategic alliance, we are both in the same boat to make sure that the employees and the clients are taken care of and your business is protected. In that, we help the recruiting firms and the staffing firms or the individual recruiters by assisting in underwriting a prospective new client, both from a credit and from a workers' comp standpoint. We help assist with determining workers' compensation classifications, and typically, especially over the course of the years, that's kind of a hidden cost that comes back to many firms the year after they've closed the books for the previous year. So what happens in a workers' comp audit is as the insurance company comes in, as they have collected their fees based on however the individuals have been coded that are placed out on assignment, then when they do the audit, if you've coded somebody as clerical, but it's really a manufacturing position, well, they're going to go back, have you calculate the total hours that individual worked in that position of the manufacturing, and they're going to charge you the difference between the rate structures of workers' comp insurance, which is an added cost that comes back to you the following year that you didn't expect. And then it's got the normal penalties and interest just like everybody else does. So those are some of the ways we can help firms. In Signature's process, because we're going to be the employer of record, we handle all the new hire paperwork. We handle all the I-9s, the W-4s, get the application filled out, maintain all the employee and client records in a manner that we keep everybody in compliance. Then as we process payroll, we're also going to prepare and remit all federal, state, and local taxes. We're going to typically we'll do a direct deposit to the candidates, the employees' bank accounts, and prepare all the reports back to you each week for who's been out on assignment. And then we'll also handle all the year-end W-2 forms. In our process, we'll file all the 940, 941 reports and handle any wage garnishments that may be coming in for different reasons, whether that's for child support, divorce payments, whatever the case may be. And then we'll handle all the state unemployment tax filings, manage any unemployment claims, attend the telephone hearings, and make sure that we take care of all the compliance issues that are related to the employees that are placed out on assignment. Then we've also made arrangements and put arrangements in place for employees to secure voluntary benefits. By the sheer nature of putting people on interim assignments, they could be there 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. So the way we built our structure is to have quality benefits available, but they're all on a payroll deduction through voluntary payroll deduction. So the employee pays for their own dental access, their vision insurance, their prescription cards, roadside assistance, teledoc, any type of insurance they want for their health insurance. We also built in access to a group that's been around for 100 years, Modern Woodman Financial, for IRA deductions, for payroll deduction for people to start building their retirement income. And then any additional things like identity theft protection, legal shield protection, those are also added optional benefits for the employees to take care of. Also, let me at least mention real quickly that part of our process in supporting the recruiting firms is we have complete skill testing in place with hundreds of different skill tests that are online so that you can put those in play to take care of matching your client's needs with the employee's skills, and you can validate their skills. And that's all built in. That's part of the deal. The states we currently support, there's 22 states we currently support, and only because I think it may be hard for you to read off of this picture, I'll read them to you. We support Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Maryland, Mississippi, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, Washington State, and Wisconsin. And if there's a state that you need that we don't have, it's not hard to add it on, but that's currently where we are designed to support recruiters and staffing companies in any of those states, whether that be for one state, multiple states, however it fits best for you, the recruiting firm. My contact information, if you would like some more information or want to discuss your particular situation, the best way to reach me is cell phone, which is 214-213-6649. Our company Signature is based in Rockwall, And by the sheer nature of the Dallas market, I'm home based and live in Capel, so we're about 45 miles apart from the office, but I go over periodically. My email is bstevens, B-S-T-E-V-E-N-S, at signaturebackoffice.com. And once again, that's bstevens, B-S-T-E-V-E-N-S, at signaturebackoffice.com. And my cell phone again is 214-213-6649. And it's been a pleasure introducing this approach to you. There are very few firms in the country that handle a back office in the same manner that we do, with the way we're structured, with the flexibility and tools to help you grow your business. Patrick, thank you very much for the opportunity to visit with you, and let me open up the floor to questions to you.
You know, I appreciate that, Brad. I know that a lot of people, you know, that's a lot of information all at once. If you were to sum up the signature back office solution into maybe just 3 quick statements, what would those 3 benefits be to an employer looking for your solution?
Well, the 3 key benefits are: do what you do best and let Signature do the rest. So find the right candidates for your clients, handle the client relations and customer service aspects, and get to know your candidates that are out on assignment in a manner that's conducive for client relations and service, and let Signature handle everything else, all the operational parts and compliance issues. And then the other piece that I think is extremely valuable, having built my other staffing business from the kitchen table up to about $7.5 million in revenue, where we had 500 temps out day in, day out. If you are at the early stage of your business, you can focus your entire efforts on growing the business versus going through different financing methods, which is hugely time consuming. That includes everything from funding it yourself, to then move to factoring, to then move to SBA lines of loans, and then direct lines of credit. So as you go through those stages, the option with Signature as your back office solution could be to grow the firm to the point that you can bypass the factoring, the SBA, the other types of financing methods you may encounter, until you reach a point that you're about $3 to $5 million in revenue and become very bankable. And then you can just move from startup to direct lines of credit with the banks and avoid a lot of the risks associated with all the moving parts that are associated with the industry. Does that help?
It does. One of the key things that I heard in there, and correct me if I heard wrong, but I heard that if a company is at a point where they need to grow, and they need to grow by sometimes as many as 10 or 15 employees at one time, that you guys help them with the payroll, like fund the payroll in that operation. Is that what I heard?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah, and even if a company, if a recruiting firm or staffing firm has been in business for a year or two, and let's say as they've grown, they've hit a plateau where their particular bank or funding source puts a cap on their growth for whatever reason, we may be the right alternative to help them continue the growth without having to worry about going finding a new bank, because we do provide complete full payroll funding as well as funding their margin dollars back to them.
That sounds to me like it would be a massive benefit. I mean, thinking about the most entrepreneurs that have tried to grow a business, that's where they get bottlenecked, is they try to expand, but they don't have the cash on hand to fund this expansion. You're saying that you guys help them through that transition and then take care of all the other details.
Exactly. Yes.
That
We
is
help them
awesome.
through that process, and then, well, the other thing that happens is we don't call your line due. So
Right. It sounds like you're not interfering with their other lines of credit and cash flow, which is amazing. Now they get to streamline their expansion and move forward without a hesitation. So that would be an awesome thing to have. People need to get a hold of you at your phone number again and your email.
The best phone number is my cell phone, which is 214-213-6649. And then the best email for me is bstevens, BSTEVENS, at signaturebackoffice.com.
Now, at signaturebackoffice.com, they can also get more information. Is that correct?
Most definitely. Yeah, at our website. Yeah, in fact, there's also a comparison chart of how we compare to some of the other services out there.
Very good. Okay. Well, Brad, thanks so much for literally sharing your wisdom and your information about this back office solution for any company that's looking for ways to expand, grow, and kind of sleep at night.
Almost, yeah. Well, and think of it this way. If you can offload the risks of employees that are out on assignment, then you can sleep at night because you know it's taken care of. All you need to do is take care of your client.
I get it. That is awesome. Thanks again, Brad. We'll end the show here. Again, this is Doer TV, and hope you guys have a great week and enjoy the show.
Thank you very much.